Still showing it off. The recording started. All the time.
How are you? Good. Yeah, how are you? Interesting. Is that good? Definitely a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's the way it goes. No matter what the season, right? Yeah.
I moved, so
I
got a box.
Are you still local?
Yeah, well, I moved from to technical, so I'm getting close now.
Okay.
Not so far out. It's not all out there. We were sort of between Charlotte to go to. And in the West End, it just was really far, so it's nice to be closer.
Yeah, hopefully things are calming down.
Yes, good. The dog I'm trying to get used to. Every time I let him out, he's like, where the hell am I? We're out on like 21 acres of land. I'm like, that's it? You're downsized.
Yeah. Deal with it.
He's getting used to it. He's like,
Good.
it all works out.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you do when you're not in Arbonne?
I'm at home with my son.
Okay.
Yeah, two.
Oh my God, I love two.
Yes.
18 to like 3. It's so cool.
Fun.
Everything's new.
I love it. It's so fun. I
That's my
know.
favorite.
Yeah. How many kids? Yeah.
2 girls.
Yeah.
One's 20, like 20 now. They're so fast.
I know. That's right here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. See how quickly I can quiet a crowd.
Use my teacher.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, welcome everyone. We are so glad you're here. I'm Connolly Stewart, Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne. And we just want to thank you, whether you're a guest, consultant. I know we have some consultants who have traveled down here. We've had consultants who have traveled down or over, I don't know which direction, to be here tonight. And it means so much to us for you to just be here with open hearts and open ears to just hear about Arbonne. So I'm going to start out by sharing a little bit about my journey with Arbonne, and then I'll dive into more of the specifics on the Arbonne opportunity. You'll also see recognition, which is a lot of fun. We love recognizing in Arbonne. And then you'll hear from a few other consultants too. And then we'll close out with my amazing leader and sponsor, Ms. Dina Kreitzer. So that's a little preview for you guys. So a little bit about me. I have been in Arbonne for 6 years. I was a teacher by trade, and actually I was in the teaching profession when I was introduced to Arbonne. So I would say while I've had my business for 6 years, I really dove in and started really working my business for the past 5. And that was when I got pregnant 5 years ago with our first son. We have 2 sons, with our first son, Grayson. And so I was, in the teaching profession, you guys. I don't know if you're in a profession you have dreamed you would always be doing, but that was what I felt about teaching. I literally, from when I was, as far as I can remember, 3 years old, would, play school. I was super bossy enough to be a teacher. So my parents say, in fact, that was my nickname, I would say. I'm bossy. And so I just always thought that's what I would do. And so I followed that track. I earned my master's degree in teaching from VCU. And then once I got into the school system, things just looked and felt a little bit different than what I expected, which was a little bit disheartening and concerning because I didn't fully know how to make that shift back to what do I do otherwise? I have gone this far, I've gone through this much school, and it just seems like I would almost let people down and maybe even let myself down a little bit if I decided to make a shift and not stick with the plan. So you may be in that position or you may not, but long story short, I do want you guys to know that I went into teaching, and what I loved about it was what I went into it for. What I loved was helping others, working with kids, seeing that light bulb moment happen for them. I taught kindergarten, I don't know if I said that part. I really, really enjoyed that, but some of the things I didn't love is that, honestly, the harder I worked, sometimes the more that would get thrown on my plate for the same amount of pay. That to me felt a little bit unmotivating. It's just the way that I work. And I also knew that I was going to have a family. So when I first went into teaching, I was newly married, didn't have children yet, but I knew that was on the horizon. And I was wondering, how am I going to make this work? I couldn't quite figure that out in my mind. That bothered me. I couldn't figure out how I was going to work these long days where I was really giving almost all of my energy to those long days. Then how was I going to come home and also be able to dedicate that same amount of energy to the people that matter the most to me? So I could visualize that, and I could know I was uncomfortable with how that was going to all fit together. So that's kind of where I was when Arbonne was introduced to me. And so my best friend, Brittany, introduced this business, and I will be forever grateful to Brittany for introducing Arbonne to me, and that she was just brave enough to say, hey, Con, you should take a look at what I'm doing, because I think that you could really be great at it. And truthfully, for probably a good 6 months, I definitely said, no thanks, Britt, this is really awesome for you, you clearly love makeup and lipstick, that's what I thought this was. But I have just earned a master's degree in teaching, and that's what I do. So those were the barriers that I had already made up, right? So that was where my mind was. Again, that may or may not be you, but that was me. So once I was able to actually learn a little bit more, and guess what? It was at a meeting just like this, where I learned a little bit more. My eyes just opened. It was like I went from this sort of thinking to this sort of thinking, and this sort of thinking is way more fun because I saw possibility. And when you see possibility, hope, you're able to be, you're dreaming, then where do you want to be? Do you want to be here or here? It's a no-brainer, right? And we realize that it's more fun being here when we see other people who are here. And that is what I was able to see at my first Arbonne meeting that I attended. So I met our now Executive National Vice President, Dr. Lim Puana. What a special circumstance I had landed in. She was here from Hawaii sharing her story. And when you hear a story like Len's, you really don't just sit back and think, this could work. You're literally seeing it work for someone who was a physician and replaced their physician salary in 9 months and was literally living the life of their dreams. Then you kind of know, what, if she could do this while she was in residency, if she could do this business, surely I can. So I want to encourage you that way. By no means am I here tonight to make up your mind to say you absolutely should do this, because it's not a fit for everyone. But you know what? If you think a little bit of you thinks, I could do that, or I want that, or I deserve that, then dig a little bit deeper, listen a little bit harder into what your heart is telling you. Because that is something I wasn't necessarily, let me back up. I was raised to always do whatever I wanted, really. My parents always instilled that in me, and I feel so grateful I can instill that in my boys, but definitely it was a corporate America sort of vision to do whatever you wanted to do. But I chose, with the help of my husband's support and those around me and my upline leaders, to listen to what I felt was really important in here. So just pay attention to that, because it absolutely matters, and it can affect so much more of your life than you probably can even realize right now. So hindsight is 20/20, and here I am 6 years later seeing that. So You can show the picture now. Can you see it a little bit? So this is me with the boys, and I'm totally rocking my Arbonne hat. I took this picture about 8 times because I was like, we have to get the Arbonne hat. And Grayson, my oldest, he's 5, and Elliot's 2.5, was like, just turn your head a little more, Mom. It was fun. It was like a photo shoot, and they're normally not in pictures. But hindsight is 2020. Could I have fully envisioned 6 years ago when I chose to say yes that I would have these moments? I really couldn't totally envision that. I didn't know. I knew what I wanted. It wasn't fully crystal clear, but let me tell you, when you are in those moments, whatever they may be for you, for me, this is what really drives me. But when you are in those moments, everything comes into focus. And so here we are, 6 years later, just rocking Arbonne and helping so many others to do the same thing. So I guess I should kind of weave in what happened to that teaching career. So once I had Grayson, my oldest, I chose to walk away from teaching and just knew that I would be able to replace my teacher's salary with Arbonne. And I was able to do that really quickly, and it's just because I followed a clear system that was presented to me, and I had seen others do it, and I literally just had the faith and trust to know I can do this. And my oldest son, Grayson, is worth it, and then of course Elliot is too. We just didn't know he was on the way yet. So a little bit about me. Arbonne has given us so many opportunities, and it's, whether it's travel, just little moments with the boys, choosing where I want to enroll the boys in preschool. That's a big choice. That's like an important choice to a mom who sometimes needs a little break, but also wants her kids to be with other great educators. So those are the things that Arbonne has afforded us, just little things. Bigger picture, we're able to really know that we can influence the lives of so many others because I said yes, but who does that really just influence? Immediately, when you say yes to the business, it really immediately influenced me and my immediate family, right? But as I began to share the gift with others, then they were influenced and their little families, which are really important. And then they shared with a few more. And now our team is, all over the U.S. and New Zealand too. So it's an unbelievable concept, and sometimes I still can't wrap my mind around it. So let's discover Arbonne. Oh, do I do? Okay, why do we always get confused by the clicker? Okay, so the Arbonne story. We are a botanically based health and wellness company. We are over 35 years old now. We have cutting edge research and development. We're global. As you heard me mention New Zealand, that's just one of the other countries we're in. We have an amazing compensation plan, which when I heard the comp plan, which I'll share a little bit at the end on that, I really just, tuned in. That definitely got me excited. You can will your business, and willing your business 2 generations down, that's a really neat opportunity. So my husband and children, should something happen to me, would be able to still grow the business and receive a paycheck on what my business that I have grown brings in monthly, because we have a residual business. We have a home office team in Irvine, California. So that's really cool because all the beautiful stuff you see of Arbonne, the catalogs, we're not sitting in our homes designing that. You guys know if I was, we'd be in trouble. We just have that done for us, which is really, really cool, especially for someone like me who that's not my forte. And then state-of-the-art distribution support center. So I will say with distribution, that's awesome because we don't stock product. Everything ships directly to our clients. So this is really the big Arbonne advantage, is our product difference. So our products are unique. They're plant-based. They're a blend of science and nature. When you blend science and nature, you get really great results. We have the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. We're pH correct, hypoallergenic. You guys were vegan certified. That's a hard certification to achieve. We're really, really proud of that. We're dermatologist tested. We are clinically proven. We're never tested on animals. And we are Swiss formulated, and we're made in Irvine, California. So the Swiss formulation is really important and something to pay attention to because products in Europe are a lot cleaner. So our motto in Arbonne is pure, safe, and beneficial. So when we're really looking at that pure and safe, a lot of it comes back to this European formulation. So in Europe, they ban over 1,000 chemicals and ingredients from their products, where in the US, we ban about 10 to 14. So it's really good to have the European formulation because right off the bat, your product is cleaner, pure, better, because what you're putting onto your skin, it's going straight into your bloodstream. So we often think about what we eat, right? Because I think it's because we're physically ingesting it. We're thinking about, oh, you know, this cookie has X, Y, and Z in it, you know, but it's really the same. It's actually even more so with your skincare and your shampoos and all of that right into your bloodstream. So I love that with Arbonne, we don't have to think about it, especially having little kids. It's like, I love the baby line, and I just ordered some baby wash today, as a matter of fact, and that's my business, and I get to use that product on my family, and I feel really good about that because I know it's safe. So our products are formulated without, because this goes back to kind of what I was saying, it's often, what matters more is often what's not in your product rather than what is. So we're formulated without gluten, petroleum-based products, no animal products or byproducts. We are no formaldehyde-donating preservatives, no chemical dyes or fragrances, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, no paraben phthalates. That's just to name a few. If you look in the front of the catalog, you can see a list of what we're formulated without, and on the website as well. So we have a wide range of consumable products. So you guys, we have skincare, nutrition, sunlight, makeup, bath and body, hair. That's not even all of them because you did hear me mention baby line too. We have the, this is the detox line, the bath and body. I didn't know that was something. So this is really cool because no matter who you're talking to, they're a potential client because maybe someone's not into cosmetics. Makeup is on it. That doesn't matter if they're not into cosmetics because why not just share some nutrition? It doesn't matter, male, female, 18, 45. We have a product that someone can use, and not only use, that someone can really benefit from. So this is just a little bit about our flagship product, which is the R-Unite Advanced Anti-Aging line, which you'll see displayed up here when you check out the display at the end of the meeting. This is just the clinical results. So this product literally put Arbonne on the map. It's amazing. It works. I'm so glad that I started my business at the age that I did because when I started Arbonne, I didn't wash my face at night, much less know about steps and why that's important. So thank you, Arbonne. Thank you, Brittany, for introducing me to Arbonne. My skin thanks you. So this just says a little bit about the clinical results, and I'm not going to dive too much into it, but just know if you haven't tried this line and you're a guest tonight, be sure to leave with a sample pack or a tester kit of the product because it's amazing, and once you get it onto your skin, it feels really good, and not only does it feel really good, you get results too. And this is the Genius Ultra, which Jessie is going to be highlighting a little bit more on that. But this literally is a device that applies your skincare. This is a new product. So we've all been anxiously awaiting this because it's kind of like when the new iPhone comes out. In fact, the case of this even looks like the iPhone case. You kind of are on a wait list because everybody wants the iPhone. That is how popular the Genius Ultra has been, and why? It's because of the results we're getting with it. And those of us who have it are nodding our heads because we know how amazing it is. But I'm not going to dive into it right now because I'll save that for Jessie. So it's like a teaser. And so this is the Arbonne Nutrition. So I touched on the skincare, but our flagships, I said the skincare is the flagship, but you know what? I just want to scratch that and say we have two flagship lines, and that is the skincare and the nutrition. Nutrition matters so much. Don't worry, Lauren, I'm not going to steal your part, but you're going to get to hear more about the nutrition from Lauren in a little bit, but I will say we have this 30 Days to Healthy Living. We incorporate our nutrition line as well as teaching you how to eat clean. It's like hitting a refresh button, and this truly changes lives. This is a huge, huge part of Arbonne. And I want you to know that's something that as a consultant you can feel really good and confident about offering others. And they're looking for it. People are looking for this. So just two of our faves, the protein shake, 20 grams of vegan protein. I love this shake because it tastes good. I wouldn't have touched a protein shake before I started the business. Truly, I would not have. I thought it would be chalky, and it's for people who work out all the time and are just like workout buffs. But I love it. I can't really even go a morning without it. Sometimes even crave another one for lunch or dinner, especially the chocolate. That's my favorite. But Lauren will probably tell more because that's your favorite too. And then the fiber boost, which you add into the shake, which I really love the fiber boost because it keeps me fuller longer and there's no taste to it. It doesn't change the consistency of my shake. So let's get into a little bit about the business model. So this is traditional business, and then I'll jump into what Arbonne is, which we function under network marketing business model. So traditional business is basically where we have quite a few middlemen here. So we have a manufacturer, wholesaler, warehouser, sales force, retailer, consumer. All the middlemen have to take some money, right? And so often the consumer is going to pay more for the product than they really should. And also when we talk about traditional business, we can think about our small business owners. And quite a few of us as consultants are also small business owners. So we wear a lot of hats in Arbonne, which, P.S., side note, that's pretty awesome. It's not like we're all just, it's good to have many different streams of income. It really is. But I will say, when you're a traditional small business owner, you're it. Like, you're the main attraction. There's a lot of high risk. Often you have to deal with employees and payroll. There's overhead expenses, long hours. Many times your business will own you. And so with Arbonne, we don't have to deal with any of that. And this is like speaking another language to me because all I've ever known was I was an employee and then I had a network marketing business. Oh, still looking to you, Ginge. And that Arbonne network marketing, Ginger's like, my job is done for a minute. Arbonne, we function under the network marketing business model. So right off the bat, you're going to notice something different at the top here. There's a lot less arrows. So we have the manufacturer, the consultant, and the consumer. So literally, the product doesn't even go through the consultant because the product ships straight to the consumer, except we are the face of Arbonne in more ways than one. We share Arbonne. So it's like a belly-to-belly business. We're the ones who are going to put the products on your skin. We're going to give you a sample of protein. You're going to fall in love with it. You're going to order it. It's going to ship straight to you. When you cut out those middlemen, the consumer will save money. They'll be able to get this ultra premium product at a much more affordable price, and the consultant will be paid a lot more money than as if the consultant were selling it behind a counter. So that's what you can think about with network marketing. Arbonne stocks, so we don't have to stock product, which is amazing. I love that. Our products are consumable, which equals repeat orders because, just look at me this morning placing an order because I didn't like that I was, the boys are almost out of their baby wash, for example. Repeat order equals repeat income. That's just smart. That's just a smart business move, y'all. And then when we're leveraging our time, we're building a team. And I'll dive in a little bit more about the benefits of leveraging your time, but probably you can already think about how it would be really nice to leverage your time. So why Arbonne and why now? So when you're looking at a network marketing business, there are 4 key factors. You want the network marketing company to have at least one of these 4 key factors in order to be viable. I love that Arbonne has all 4. And when I go through them, it's going to click to you too. It's going to make sense. So, consumable product. All of the products run out. That's amazing because when a product runs out, and I touched on this on the last slide, but when a product runs out, you reorder. And you reorder because it's a good product. So it's not just like some, it's okay, eye cream ran out, I guess I should reorder. It's like, oh my gosh, my eye cream ran out that works and I love, I've got to reorder. And we our customers can become preferred clients, which means they get a discount, there's no strings attached, and they have an ID number so they can reorder online. So you could literally be in 2 different continents because we are global, and someone could be reordering while you're sleeping and you're making an income off of that. That really, that was amazing to me. The first time that happened, it's really cool. We also want to look at what is the demand right now. So right now there's a huge demand for health and wellness. Y'all know that. Like, I don't even need to say that. You can just go look at your Facebook feed. You can look at all the different little boutique gyms popping up. What were we just talking about? Orange Theory Fitness. I mean, the bar. There's so many different ones because people want to feel good. We understand that's important. We like that. It drives us. It energizes us. And so we absolutely fit with the demand for health and wellness. That demand is not going to go anywhere. It's just going to keep going up. The ability to leverage your time. We can 100% leverage our time in Arbonne, and there's a great visual to show this in just a minute. But when I was able to leverage, when I understood leveraging your time, I was really blown away. So I'll give the example that I think, Dina, you shared with me one time. So I was a teacher, right? And when I was student teaching, the lady who trained me, basically, she did an amazing job, and I'm telling you, that's the reason why my first year teaching was really not so bad. It's actually pretty easy because she did such a great job. But all my 4 years of teaching, when I did an excellent job, she never made a commission off of that. So did she truly have to invest her best efforts into my success? She really, truly didn't have to. And she wasn't truly leveraging her time by any means those 4 years later when I succeeded. So in Arbonne, you're going to receive some really great leadership, some amazing training, because your leaders are very invested in you. And then you're going to go do the same thing. And it feels good. It's fun when you get to pay it forward, and not because you know you're leveraging your time. Like at first that was a perk because it felt really cool. It's like, oh, if I train, Lauren really well, then that's a really great use of my time. And yes, it is. But what's more rewarding is to know that, wow, like Lauren's going and doing this with her team now too. And so many people get to benefit that. It's a ripple effect. And then the last is an internet based business. We can take our business anywhere if we have internet, which if you can go to Starbucks, you can connect to internet. And so just take your phone, your iPad, you're good to go. I have no issues ever just picking up and traveling to see family or head to the beach, because I know if I need to, and I usually want to, I can absolutely take an hour or two and go work my business and just use my iPad, right? So we are global. We are currently in the United States, Canada, UK, Australia, Poland. We are also in New Zealand, and we will be in Taiwan in the end of this quarter. So this is pretty awesome because we're not just in those countries. We are poised for global. We are just in those countries, but it's not like that's the end. That's all. That's it. That's where Arbonne will be. No, Arbonne is growing globally, big time. So pay attention. It's a really great time to get involved, and it's a really great time to keep your mind open to growing a global business. So you can absolutely do the business locally, but you can at the same time be growing globally. And I'll just paint a picture of what that might look like. I guess I'll use a personal example. So, gosh, maybe I think Grayson was a baby, so probably 4 or 5 years ago, I did an event, met a friend. She ended up, I was like, I know you. She had taught me prenatal yoga when I was pregnant. Stayed friends with her on Facebook, and she moved to New Zealand. And so just like 6 months ago, when I knew we were opening up in New Zealand, I just started messaging her, and she really put the bug in her ear, and she decided to become a consultant. And so that is, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I probably wasn't really thinking, that's why I should stay in touch with Marika. But I didn't even know. But it just shows you do never know. That is the point. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. I think I covered all in global. So this is kind of with the time leveraging and just showing how you really can just grow an amazing business. But guess what? It starts with you. So it starts with you making the decision to dive in, to say yes, to knowing that you want something different in order for others to see that they can have a different life too. And then we just expand out. So literally started here. These are Arbonne consultants too. So, you know, maybe you sponsor a few and then they go sponsor a few. And you see how we're just growing that network out? And you see how this visual looks so different than this visual? So sometimes in network marketing, not as much now, but definitely when I started the business, the word pyramid scheme immediately came to my mind. I see a few head nods. Oh no, I cannot do that. Pyramid scheme, but it's not at all, because pyramid schemes, one, are illegal, but two, if you really look at this visual, you can think of, I'm just on the teacher track because that's what I did. So you could really look at, there's one superintendent. There can only be one. I mean, look at any corporate America visual. And so I like the visual of just the network out. So imagine you in the middle and growing this network out, because that's 100% what we do, and that's why we are the word network marketing. And then same, you're just expanding out a little bit more and a little bit more. And sometimes maybe you're expanding out and to a team where you don't even know anyone in that state, but someone did. That's so fun, and what a great excuse to travel, one, but that's just like not even the real big picture. Two, to know that it's that whole impact that I keep mentioning. It's like you have now, let's pretend we went back those 2 slides, started with you said yes, and now you've built a team where someone is in another country, another state, where you would have never even known them if it weren't for this business. And that's a lot like our leadership. You know, I would have never known Dina, would have never known our national vice president in Lincoln, Nebraska. I did travel there when Andy Vuko became a national vice president. I cannot believe I'm in the middle. I've never even been here, and I'm sure they were like, oh, this East Coaster. But it was cool because I would have never been there otherwise. And Lincoln, Nebraska is really a cute town. So this is a little bit about our comp plan. So in Arbonne, you start as a consultant, and right away as a consultant, you're gonna make money, which I like. I mean, you could sign up today. Some people did, and you could go sell product tonight, and you're gonna make a commission off of that. So there's no tricks there. And I really like that right away you can make that right now money, because for my family that was important, because we were newly married, we had just bought a home, and some right now money mattered because we had right now expenses. And then really we'll show you to promote to district manager. And we're going to teach you how to do that in your first 1 to 3 months. And district managers make between 200 to 1,000 plus per month. When I will just tell you, for me, what district manager looks like, I think it's good to know, like, well, what does this mean in real life? And for us, district manager meant extra money for that vacation that we wanted that maybe we wouldn't have taken, or some expenses that I personally wanted to spend on that I didn't have to ask my husband about. Or I mentioned that new home we had bought, if the dishwasher broke, there was that extra little cushion. For many people, this is paying off a student loan, car payment. That can be really beneficial. That can make a big impact. Then we moved to area manager, which is 1,000 to 35 plus per month. This is when your income becomes willable. I talked about that earlier. And for area manager, I knew that when I became an area manager, I would be replacing a teacher's salary. So that is actually life-changing. Now, this level may not be life-changing to everyone, depending on where they are, but I will tell you, for me, it was. And so this is an amazing promotion, and it's the stepping stone to regional vice president. And regional vice president's commission is $3,500 to $16,000 plus per month. And this is when you get your car bonus. So our Arbonne car is a white Mercedes. We like that because it's pretty and it's safe and, you know, all these other good things, and they drive nice. So that is the company car. And so your car bonus from Arbonne at the regional vice president level is $800 a month, and it's exciting when you become a regional vice president. I mean for us, for me, it was, doubling a teacher's salary. For some, it's maybe replacing or maybe really working toward replacing wherever it is that you are. I think what's most important is when we're going through these levels, not to look at the numbers, but to look at what that would mean for you. Because you heard from me, what did area manager mean? Life-changing. So that was in a very important level in my mind, and that gave me focus. And so I do want you to know that we don't get, money's good, don't get me wrong. We don't get too caught up in that. We really like to just focus on what is the choice that will provide for you. And then the last top level is National Vice President, which is an average of $22,000 plus per month. And this was something, oh my gosh. There's one National Vice President, and I thought it was mine, Dr. Lim Puana, who I just met. I thought she was the president of Arbonne. I really did. And then I learned there, I want to say about 400 just in the U.S. So, but there doesn't have to cap at that. That's the cool thing. It's not like, okay, we're done with national vice presidents. You got to wait for someone to leave till you can become one. No, anyone can become a national vice president. So just, if that's where you want to be, just saying your mind, I will be a national vice president, because there's no reason why you wouldn't be. Once you learn how to become a district manager, it's just the same thing over and over and over again to become a national vice president. That's how it works. So, a national vice president, your car bonus jumps to $1,000 a month. So it's however you want to use that. What is neat is you can choose to buy or lease a car that doesn't cost that full amount, but you'll still get that full amount, which might be great for gas or the car's insurance or whatever it is. So you have that choice. It just has to be white and no more than 5 years old, which if you're going to pick one out, we're going to stay in those stipulations anyways. So let me see where we're rolling next here. So I'm just going to scroll through. Okay, so common fears and hesitations. We all have them, and if you don't, amen, you definitely need to get started. But we all have some sort of fear and hesitation, most of us, when we're starting our business. And these are just some common ones that I'll roll through. So I don't have enough time. Well, we all do tend to think we're the busiest person that there is, but we're really not. And truthfully, if someone says I don't have enough time, I'm like, good, you're exactly the person I'm looking for, because busy people know how to get it done. And I tend to sometimes pride myself on that. So if you're really a busy person too, you kind of pride yourself on, you know what, I have a full schedule, but I get it done because I know how to fit things in the nooks and crannies. And that's what we do in Arbonne. We literally fit it in the nooks and crannies. And if you guys ever noticed when you have too much time on your hands, it goes down, it's like a rabbit hole. It goes down. We need to stay busy and active and in front of people to be happy, is what I found. I remember on summer vacations, my sister was a teacher too, and we in college, we were like, oh my gosh, I'm so bored, because we didn't have kids, and we just really needed to have that purpose. So being busy is good. It means you're in front of people, and we're not talking like we're doing a 40-hour-a-week job here, I have a full-time job of raising 2 little boys, and it is really full-time sometimes. And I'm also growing this business. Yeah. So I don't have enough money. Well, then you 100% should start an Arbonne business, because this business is going to provide you with money. And so it's not like there's some massive buy-in. That just could be sketchy, in my opinion. So if you want to get started, we're going to make it work in your budget. If you're willing to work, you can do the business. It's actually literally just $79 to start an Arbonne business. And then it is good to have some product and be a little bit of a product of the product, 100%. But you do get products at a discount. And that hesitation should not hold you back. In fact, those first 2 hesitations should be really one of your biggest whys for starting, because Arbonne is going to give you the time that you're missing right now. I don't know enough people. We all eventually find ourselves in that scenario. So you could, Jessie started her business, executive area manager Jessie Collier, who will speak. But I love your story because Jessie was brand new to Richmond and really didn't know any people. And it's okay because where do you know people then? Because you don't have to know people right here. And sometimes you think you don't know a lot of people, but this business will help you discover, I actually do know more people than I thought. And this is helping me to reconnect. Or maybe I do just know 1 to 2 people. Maybe I did just move to Richmond and I only know 1 to 2 people. Would that one person do you a really big favor and get you in front of 5 more? And when you get in front of those 5, would just one of those people get you in front of 5 more? And that's how that's how I built my business. Like once I had Grayson, I asked the people I could depend on, which was about 3. I'm just being honest. Like I'm not the type of person who would go to anyone and just say, "Will you do this?" It was like my sister, my best friend, and my mom. I have got to be able to continue to stay home with Grayson, and I'm building this business. Would you just get a few friends together? That, truthfully, was how the whole business grew. It's booking parties out of that, and meeting people out of that, consultants out of that. It's wild, isn't it? So what will people think? I think I'd be more concerned with what do you think. So, other people are not paying for your vacations. They're not paying for your children's college. They're not writing your mortgage bill, right? They're not going to be, deciding what are your dreams, your hopes, what do you want for your family, for your future. And if we get too caught up into what will people think, it paralyzes us. And then we don't move forward. So it's so much more important to really think about what do I think. And we don't get weird in Arbonne, like believe it or not, as much, sometimes I think we have that mindset like, well, people who do these businesses are X, Y, and Z. Well, only if you choose to be. If you're not weird to begin with, which you're not, because you were invited here, then you're not going to be weird when you start your business. Just stick to who you are. Stay true to who you are. You'll never go wrong, ever. And what am I getting into? I don't know. That one's not like a really big fear or hesitation for most people because what you're getting into is what you're seeing right now. And I think once you get around our culture and who we are, what we stand for, it's actually very refreshing. You're surprised, like, oh, this is what I'm getting into. Can get down with this. So dream big. You are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. It's powerful. It is. It's really powerful. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? So don't feel like you have to answer out loud. But I will say I didn't like the answer to that question. I knew where I would be. And it would be nowhere different. That very much bothered me. Instead of asking, what if it doesn't work, ask yourself, well, what if it does? What if it does? What could look different? What could feel different? What would that, just envision, what would that be for you? And that's your main driving force. And I didn't realize that was last. And there you go. I'll try to end a little more content. But I will just say, please really think, if I am not content where I am now, then I have the power, you have the power, tell yourself that I really do have the power to make a change, but I don't have to do it alone. I have support, and we're here to support you with that. So thank you. And now we're going to move into our recognition, which we love doing this in Arbonne because sometimes you just don't get recognized for a job well done, and some of the other, at least I will say when I'm potty training my son and he, good job, Con, you did it, no one's sitting there cheering you on. So that's what's fun about Arbonne.
So Connelly, that was awesome. I always love to listen to you and think. I can remember when Brittany, who I had sponsored, was telling me about her best friend Connelly. She would be so good at this. And then I did Brittany's lunch, and best friend Connelly was there, and She was polite and respectful, but she was not tracking anything I said about what this business could do. And you could tell that she was thinking, just like she said, cute little lipstick business that you two have. But anyway, it's just been awesome to watch you go from there to seeing those little guys, you know, come into yours and Ryan's family, and to watch the choices you have. And I mean, see this transformed life. Not to mention that I got a friend for life. So we are both grateful to Brittany for that. So anyway, love hearing that. So recognition next. We have, I will get that off in a moment. That was notes for something else. And here is our recognition. Okay, first of all, we want to recognize those who are in qualification for district manager. And the first, Abby McCammon, Virginia, sponsored by Jesse Collier, who could not be here tonight. Carolyn Bowe in Virginia, sponsored by Jesse, stand up here because we're going to take a picture here in a moment, although I think everyone else may be. Lima Widner, Virginia, sponsored by Amy Muir, who is on vacation tonight. We knew that. Stephanie Lighty in Arkansas, sponsored by Fran Babishek. And Paige Lewicki in Virginia, sponsored by Rachel Canfield. We're going to take a picture of Miss Carolyn all by Let me do it with you, Annie, because no one likes doing a picture all by themselves. And you're going to trust me with your fine piece of technology here, Jesse. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Did you want it to be square? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Square. How I roll. Okay. I'm always getting it off the square. Okay. And new district manager. We have a new district manager who was new July 1st, who was on vacation, and she is here tonight. And we want to recognize Ariel Rania, sponsored by Amy Muir. All right, Ariel. We are so proud of you. And y'all remember Ariel, if she looks vaguely familiar, the one that did the awesome little clean eating showing the before-after pictures of her husband. Y'all remember that? Was that not powerful? My husband is still doing clean eating of those pictures. So anyway, and sponsored by our mutual dear friend, Amy. If you want to say a couple of things.
I
bet you do.
I do. I want to say lots of things. Thank you for the visual, the pictures, because we still get comments about it, so thank you for that. I just want to congratulate you. You're a dear friend. Ariel was at my launch 2.5 years ago. Almost 3. Well, it'll be 3 years in October. So, she has been a consistent user of the product and has always loved the product, but, it's been 4 months now that she joined the business, and she just rocked it. She jumped right in. She believed in herself. She believes in this business. She's growing her team, and I love you to death, and I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited to be on this journey and to get to do life with you. Love you. Congratulations.
Ariel said, "You were supposed to do this last time while I was going up." No. You come up.
Yes. No.
You are on. You said just thank you. And anyway, congrats.
And we did a little celebration before, and she's actually wearing her little gift.
That is awesome. And congrats. We're so proud of you.
And we have one more new district manager, Carrie Gavin in Massachusetts, sponsored by Amber. So let me just, Rach, do you have any, I could give a quick, okay, because I think Carrie's going to watch this recording. She's a photographer, and she's going to share a little bit about herself.
Talk right to the screen.
So this is Carrie's family, and then Amber we're missing. So
I'm the grandma.
Carrie, we are so proud of you. We're excited for you as we've been foxing back and forth and talking. And as I wrote your note out today to put in the mail with your gift, I'm so inspired personally by what you're doing in your business. You ask lots of amazing questions. You're not afraid to be a beginner, and you just lead with your heart in such a way that it's infectious, and people want to join you. And so, way to go, Carrie! The first of many promotions. We love you.
Yes, let's hear from Carrie.
With you guys. Hopefully this video finds you well and everybody's having a great evening. Just wanted to jump in quick and share a little bit about my why. Signing on to Arbonne was something I never knew I always wanted. I have actually been very resistant to MLM companies before, but it wasn't until I started discovering more and more about the products themselves that really sold me. A little backstory, I'm a confidence and mindset coach for creative entrepreneurs. I have owned and operated my own photography studio for the last 10 years. I'm a former elementary school teacher. And I'm a mom. I have an 8-year-old and an almost 7.5-year-old, and a soon-to-be stepdaughter who is 7. I am a fiance, and all of those things keep me super busy, so this actually was something that I really wasn't sure I could take on. And once it was introduced to me and I did a little bit more research, I discovered that this is a perfect fit for me. I know with my 2 other businesses that everything that I do for those businesses I have to create. And the fact that this is essentially a business in a box was life-changing for me. I love the idea of residual income. I love the idea of a team. I love the idea of support, and personal development is huge for me. It's such a big part of my life, even before I became a coach. So the fact that all of those things are available in this business, not to mention that it's not me creating anything. It's very clear and it's proven and it's successful, and all of those things are the reasons that supported this decision to become very easy for me. I've always, loved the idea of working with people that resonate with me, and I've been so lucky to be a part of this crew. And I am even more excited because I'm now able to live the life that we're dreaming. All of the things that I've been waiting for, all the things that I've been wanting to do, I know that they're possible with the support of my Arbonne business. And the other thing that's super exciting is these products really align with my other 2 businesses, and they marry beautifully. My photography clients are always asking for makeup, which is so exciting to be able to offer them a product that's pure and safe and beneficial and looks beautiful on camera, by the way. And my confidence and mindset coach clients, it's such a beautiful opportunity for them to create a self-care practice that most of them have never had. So to be able to offer clients, both other businesses, these opportunities, it's just a great fit for me. And outside of that, it's just, I just never knew that something like this could be so life-changing. So between the income potential and the fact that there's so much support and the fact that it blends so beautifully and fits into the rest of my life so nicely, I did have a little bit of concern about how I was going to make it all work, but I truly believe when you say yes to the right things that the opportunities just happen, and they have. So really grateful to be here, so excited for this promotion, really excited to see what's waiting in the future, and cannot wait to connect with more of you soon. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Thank you, Carrie.
Awesome. Okay.
You go first.
Let's do leaders up here. Okay, and qualification for area manager, Jen Heilman, Massachusetts, who's sponsored by Amber.
So we're doing half here and half over there. And one who is here is Anna Nice, sponsored by me. Come up here. Here you go. So, congrats. So we'll get a picture of you with the group here in the end, so that you don't have to stand up there by yourself. And
Okay, Rach, come on up while we recognize this lovely lady. We have a new area manager on the team this month, and that is Miss Amber Lillystrom from New Hampshire, sponsored by Rachel Canfield. And then I'll spin it to you because you have a deeper connection on it. But Amber, I have literally met this whole team, which you're hearing promotions and this New England region, as we call them, the New England rock stars. I've never met any of you guys, and it all stemmed from Miss Rachel, who sponsored Amber. And so, Amber, we are so stinking proud of you for the fact that you said yes. I know you had hesitations and fears around saying yes, but you did it anyways because you knew that it was right and you trusted Rachel. And now all these other amazing women that have come into your business, well, they've been in your business, really. Amber's a life coach, so she'll share a video next month with us. But all these amazing women who have come into the Arbonne business and how exciting it is for them because of that decision to say yes. So, love you, Amber. Congratulations. We are so, so proud of you. Do you have anything to add?
Absolutely. I could stand up here and talk all
Yeah.
night about not just Amber, but just the women that she associates with and the lives that she changes, mine included. You know, Amber and I won't go into every single detail, but we didn't even know each other this time last year. And I just like to paint that picture because she's someone who is one of my very best friends. She's someone who, as soon as I said yes to this business, I thought, how fun would this be for us to do together? Our businesses and brands and life purposes honestly really align. And it's just been a joy to kind of strip away what it is that we work through with ourselves, that we work through with clients, that we help other people do, and then we get to help others in this new way and learn more about ourselves and change lives and just grow as leaders, because it's so fascinating being in the personal development world. You pay for so much of your training, well, all of your training. You pay for leadership, you pay for just a lot. And as soon as I got into Arbonne, I was like, oh my gosh, all of this is here, all of this is free, and we're able to pour into our teams in a completely different capacity than any other client relationship or anything like that. So Amber, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to come back up for that car presentation that's going to be happening soon and do another Discover Arbonne.
Yeah. Awesome. And congrats to you, Executive Area Manager.
Charms will be, but when you promote, so we have a bracelet, and when you're gonna be my model now. So when you promote to district manager, you get your bracelet, which Carrie, my dearest, this is yours, and I'm mailing it to you tomorrow. And then when you promote a district manager or an area manager, you get a charm. So there's your charm for promoting Amber. Congrats.
Thank you.
Amber, you will get your charm as well for promoting Carrie. So
We are.
we covered
All
that.
right. Next, we want to recognize those who earned their district manager bonus from Arbonne this month. Which, for those of you who are new, maintaining the district is $2,500 in sales, you and your team, in a month. But Arbonne rewards those who do twice that and have $5,000 in sales, their team, and 5 new preferred clients or consultants in that month with the $200 bonus. And we just like to call you up and recognize you at the meeting and give you a little Starbucks card. So this month it is Ginger Rucker, Amber Lillystrom, so yours is in the mail, Fran Babishek, and Fran was out of town last time and earned hers last month, so I still have, we've got 2 this month. And Amy Muir and Jessie Collier. Here you go. Congrats. Congrats. And area manager bonus, Connolly.
We are about to do the
Connolly. And Rachel. And your eyes are on Rachel. We'll recognize her for being halfway to region qualification.
And did you mention that your bonus is more than a Starbucks card?
Oh, yes. Well, I said the 200 is the district bonus.
Okay.
The 400, the area manager is 400. Y'all heard me say 200 this district.
Yeah.
So she
Okay,
just wasn't
just
listening.
checking.
All right. And then the last thing that we recognize for each time is those who earned their perfect brick. Now, that's not something you'll see on Arbonne's website to look up perfect brick, but it's a really important foundation of building a healthy, stable business that we train and talk about all the time. That if you are laying, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's laying a healthy brick. Think of a brick on your business, on the foundation of your business each month, as you personally having $2,500 in sales and sponsoring 5 new preferred clients or consultants, any combination, anywhere through the month, then we call that your perfect brick. And that's not recognized by Arbonne other than that your paycheck's going to grow. So that's a good recognition there. But we recognize for it here with a charm for your bracelet, although we're shifting now into going back to Starbucks cards because there's some bracelets that there's no room
Ginger's
for
getting heavy over there.
on, and there's just like not even a place to clip more on. So Perfect Brick after this month is going to go back to Starbucks cards, so you could get 2 or 3 or however many Starbucks cards. Well, areas could get 3. Districts could get district and Perfect Brick Starbucks card. Don't worry about it. Just do Perfect Brick. Get your DM bonus.
Don't worry about Starbucks.
Perfect Brick, Ginger Rucker, and Carrie Gavin.
You already transitioned to the Starbucks card. Because you got all the charms.
You got all the charms.
That's awesome. And Carrie, I mean, mailers. Yeah.
Okay. So next, Rachel is going to come up here and talk about the great incentive Arbonne has for new consultants.
And a little inspiration.
And a little inspiration.
All right.
Just pop that right
This is how fancy I am tonight. I printed the email from Dina, so no notes for me. So before we hop into what's amazing about Arbonne with the Strong Start program and really the fact that Arbonne rewards you for just getting your business started and making money on your own, they're like, we're going to reward you for more. I'm going to share briefly about this idea of just belief and what it was that I think I encourage everyone, but encourage myself every day to consistently do, and that's build my belief and just share the business opportunity. So I think that sometimes, personally speaking, I want to be perfect at everything. I want to feel ready. I want to have that like feeling of centeredness in my stomach. Like, okay, I know what to expect over here. I look like a professional. I am going to conquer this party. I'm going to rock this envelope game. I'm going to do all my X's and dot my I's and cross my T's. And I'm going to just wait until I even pick up the phone to ask anyone to come to this party, and then to ask anyone to definitely take a look at this business. But I just think that, I always like to say that ignorance on fire is so much more powerful than knowledge on ice. And there was something in my soul when I said yes to this business at the beginning, when I had no time like everybody else, that I thought, my whole life I've really tried to do all this stuff that's perfect. And I'm just gonna let this one ride. I'm just gonna trust my amazing sponsor Connolly, who I did not know before this, and now I consider her one of my best friends. So I have so much more to thank Arbonne for than just the financial freedom and the success and the connections and working with the company. But just be excited where you are in your business. And now, I feel like it's 7 months later. I'm still excited, and I still have to come back sometimes though and find that little spark of why I said yes to this in the first place, why when I first got my makeup I was taking selfies of just my natural vegan makeup and I was texting it out just like, you guys, can you believe it? Vegan lipstick? I mean, come on, this is amazing. Got my jingle jangle going on. So long story short, just be excited, and remember, if you start feeling like, man, I just don't know, why am I doing this? Or, my party just canceled, or my guests couldn't come. It's not about those things. It's not about any of those little tiny things. It's just about why you said yes in the first place and sharing it. And guess what? When you share it and then other people share it, it's really, really, really fun. And it's available to everyone and anyone. So that's my spiel there. And now I'm going to talk about Strong Start. Strong Start. So with Strong Start, it's really fantastic how you just get rewarded, like I said. So the prizes that you're going to get, I'm going to go over. So when you promote to district manager, in 2 of your first 3 months, which we teach and train you to do, we have consultants in this room who have done that in 1 month, which is exciting and fantastic and is doable. You're going to earn the tote bag, and I don't know if anyone has the really cool tote bag here tonight. Jeanette? It's awesome. I love to travel with it. I keep my laptop in it. It's not something you can buy, so it's really cool. And I love the green straps, and I just feel pretty sassy when I walk in and I walk out with my Arbonne bag. You're going to get the Arbonne necklace. Does anyone have that on tonight? We have a couple. Yay! It's the key necklace. And it's beautiful, and it's fun, and it's just like, I wear it, and people are like, what are you wearing? Let me tell you about that. And then you get the free RE9 set, which is over there. So the RE9 set is what we like to basically bathe our faces in. If you're wondering, like, why does everyone look like they have this glow? Dun, dun, dun. That is the Arbonne Glow. So you get a free one of those. So that's really, really cool. And then when you do that, you sponsor 3 new consultants. So that's consultants. With 150 orders, you're going to get a $700 voucher. So you're going to get 700 buckaroos that are going to show up in your shopping cart, and you're going to get whatever from Arbonne you want. You can get stuff for yourself, you can get stuff for your business, you can get stuff for both, but you just get to shop. So bring it on! And then the end. I'm the end. I won't read the rest of it.
Do you want to share our Strong Start graduate?
And we have a Strong Start graduate. Liza Witonis in New Hampshire is a Strong Start graduate.
And thank you, Rachel. That was super jazzy. I wish I had that on my, noisemaker. Okay, so next we're going to move into Lauren. District Manager Lauren Southward is going to share a little bit about the Clean Eating Challenge. You're really in for a treat because Lauren's former teacher too. Like, we're connected at the heart, but you're so clear at speaking this. But truthfully, Lauren did this program, loves this program, and you're sharing it with others. So you're perfect to share it with us.
Thank you. All right. Good evening, guys. I'm so excited to share about the nutrition products. First, I'm going to introduce myself. So, I'm Lauren, District Manager with Arbonne, Independent Consultant, and I was a teacher. I taught for 4 years. I taught 4th grade and I taught kindergarten. And then I had our child, our first son, Lincoln, and knew I wanted to stay home with him. Did not have any clue how that was going to be possible financially. And fortunately, Connolly saw me at a MOPS group and offered what she knew, her business to me. And so I was very hesitant. I was like, I am not one of those people. I'm not the person who could do something like this. I was listening though, because she said she was able to replace her teacher's salary. And so I was listening, thinking that would be really great, but I'm not sure that this is a fit for me. In fact, I know it is not. So I actually looked more into it because I would love to when I was thinking then, I'd love to be home replacing my teacher's salary. So I looked more into it, I did more research, and I realized there's no type of person that does this kind of business. And I learned, first of all, that the women here are amazing and great, and they gather around you and they support you. But not only that, I can plug into training anytime for free. I always had my sponsor on the phone whenever I needed her, so I wasn't going to be alone, and that made a big difference to me. If I was alone, I wouldn't be up here. I wouldn't be here. It would have not happened. So I'm so glad I jumped in and got started, because this business is able to provide here and now money for me and my family. And then the choices for our future are huge. So just to paint a little bit bigger picture of what's going on for my family, my husband is a 2-time double lung transplant recipient. And so he's really taught me, like, every day truly is a gift. And none of us are really promised tomorrow. So I knew, especially learning that something like this was possible, my mind was open to, I don't have to work for the weekend. I don't have to work for vacation. I don't have to be at school from dawn till dusk when I have a family I'm trying to be at home with. So that is huge for us. And the choices, like I said before, the choices are huge, and never would have been possible if I was teaching. So, also, what's great, I'm not a salesperson. I don't know if anybody else in here thought the same thing. I can't do that. I'm not a salesperson. Fortunately, you don't have to be. As you know, if you're using the products, they are amazing. And I have to say, the skincare is my favorite, and the nutrition is my favorite. They are just amazing. So the nutrition sells itself, just like the skincare. I love it. It changes lives. This program, the 30-day program, is incredible. My clients say, always, without fail, 100%. And if you are a consultant, same case, you've got to nod your head, 100% more energy. Never have I had a client said they did not have more energy after doing this program. And I can tell you, for me, like, that is a huge bonus for doing this program. With a 2-year-old at home, you need some energy. People have lowered cholesterol. People have gotten off their migraine medication. Definitely, you'll notice in the first couple weeks, your pants are fitting a little bit better because you're not bloating. You're not eating the foods that are bloating you. So everybody says that their bloating goes down. You will notice weight loss, but it's not a weight loss. It's not a fad diet. The focus isn't on weight loss. It's just on getting healthy. The weight loss will come. Relax. It's okay. It's going to come with time, especially if of course, once you detox and you get healthy, you're going to lose weight. And then if you stick with it, you got to stick with it. You're going to really notice that you're going to lose the weight. I've had people say no more acid reflux medication. I've had several clients say they didn't have to take their acid reflux medication anymore. And everyone always feels great overall. Just feels incredible after doing the program. I could go on and on, but I'm going to be respectful of your time. My favorites from the package: shake. You took it. You stole my thunder, but shake is my absolute favorite. Every morning I have to have a shake. If I don't have it, I'm just not right. And you would think I would get tired of shake, but no, I've got to have it in the morning. My son actually is. I think he's addicted because he'll come in, he'll hear the NutriBullet, and he'll run in like in a diaper and a passy in his hand, toss it out of his mouth. Okay, he's 2. I know, give her the passy, but so he'll run in and he'll be like, shake, shake, shake. I'm like, just calm down. He's like having a fit. Sorry.
We need a video of that one.
Yeah, I should just post that. That's fun. But it's funny, like the passy's over by the dog bowl.
Yeah.
I love that they've now added the not to the kit, but you can get the protein boost as an add-on because you can lessen the sugar of your shake, so it's just pure protein. That's not added flavor. It's not added sugar, so you can do like maybe half chocolate, half protein boost. And that is an awesome product for people who want to cut sugar. Digestion Plus, have to have. Can I get
An amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amen.
If you don't have it, you know it. You know, like that moment you're like, I'm going to need to do it. Digestion Plus. Okay, there are 3 ways you can take your Digestion Plus. You can put it in some water. You can put it in your shake. You have to drink your shake a little bit quicker that way. Or you can put it straight in your tongue. I would recommend do that a little bit at a time, right, Gina?
A little bit.
Not the whole thing. Like, it's not a pixie stick. Okay, I just got 2 more products that I have to tell you about. So, fizzies, you have to have them. They are awesome. So, I am a coffee holic, just like anybody. I mean, just like the next guy, but the fizzies, I have to say, in some ways, the fizzies are better than coffee. And I know, right? Like coffee's like a habit thing, but fizzies are like you took a nap. There's no like spike and crash. They're also good for your body. They're bathing your cells in alkaline. You're creating an alkaline environment in your body, and that's healthy. Of course, coffee is creating an acidic environment, which you don't want. I love my coffee. I'm still drinking my coffee, but unless I'm doing the program. You can talk about that with your consultant, what you're going to eliminate. I'm not going to be the bad guy today. And if you want to get off soda, which I recommend highly, I'm not a soda person, get off your soda, do the fizzy instead. And I have clients that have gotten off their soda because they've done the fizzy. And fit shoes, cannot live without. Have to have one in my bag at all times because if I don't have one, you're all paying for it. I get very hangry. So I just eat a fit shoe. I'm good for 45 minutes to an hour. I can have something more substantial in that time and not go absolutely insane. So if you haven't done the program, you have to because you're never gonna regret doing that program. That's what I have to say.
That was so good. Your energy level. I love that. Clearly, you're using the product. Okay, Jesse Collier, Executive Area Manager, is up next to share a little bit more about the Genius Ultra.
Oh, my.
Do you have the slide? Which one? I just told you to go to. Not that one. The other one. Who knows what this is? Okay, don't answer that. I'm gonna put it down because that's just well, I guess I have to show my thing. Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is Arbonne's newest product. It's the Genius ultrasound device, and I'm going to go a little bit into what this is, but this is a big deal. I don't know if you all knew this. I did not know this, but skincare devices is a $1 billion industry. I wasn't aware of that. I mean, you've probably heard of like Clarisonic, the thing that punctures holes in your face, and other products like that. But this is the first ultrasound. This is the first ultrasound product that consumers can buy that is specifically formulated to enhance our already amazing RE9 products. Stop it. So I did some research on this before this came out to see how much of a big deal this really is. And we sold out of this product, a 6-month supply in 2 weeks. So even if you were to order this now, you wouldn't get it until at least September. Is that correct? Or have they pushed it? Okay, so September, you're not getting it if you order it right now. And I was trying to figure out, okay, so how big of a deal is this? And I Googled ultrasound skincare devices, and I came up with a lot of those like exfoliation type things, but nothing like this until I came across this article that talked about, you know, you can go to New York City and get a facial, an ultrasound facial, one, for $200 that does exactly what this thing does. And then it says, for a far more extreme version of the sonic facial, there's oil therapy, a price of $2,000 to $6,000. The in-office treatment uses focused ultrasound waves to heat deep layers of skin tissue, stimulating collagen production while bypassing the skin's surface. That sounds kind of scary. The result is a subtle but visible tightening with no downtime. Yes, there was a bit of redness for a few hours, but nothing I couldn't pass off as a post-workout glow. So this does not do the redness. So this is all of this that explain what theirs does. Ours does that, except it's less than $200, and you get 2 products with it too. And you can do them as often or as many times or wherever on your skin that you want to do them. Butt, neck, face, whatever. I mean, it's safe to do everywhere. What? I'm being good. So as far as Tina's trying to hold things.
I just never read anywhere about putting it on the butt. Sorry.
You get the skin. I mean, I haven't. Truth be told, I haven't tried that yet. But I have seen posts about the skin firming, the body firming cream that you can use this to apply the body firming cream. Hello. So there's 3 heat settings on this. I just use the highest one because it's not really that hot. It goes for a minute, and it pauses after 30 seconds to let you know that it's halfway done, and you literally use it to apply the products to your skin, which enhances the results of it. This is a great visual that your either consultants or your consultant can share with you too, that really talks about what you can use to apply it, including our new facial oil, which if you haven't tried, is amazing. I think that covers about it on the
The 2 products that come with it.
Okay, we'll talk about that. I'll put this thing out. So what you do get is the serum, which is like a vitamin cocktail for your face, a staple in the RE9 line, and you also get the lifting and contouring eye cream. So you can use both eye creams with this, and I in fact do. I've been using this now for a couple weeks, and I can tell the difference in my skin. So if you've been using the RE9 line for a couple years like I have, you will tell a difference, but the people I'm noticing the most drastic difference on are people who haven't been using our skincare. They use the device and our products together, and you can see an immediate result. And they can also feel an immediate result, but you know that after one use you can tell a difference. So this is lifting and contouring, and then our other eye cream is the restorative, the corrective eye cream. And that's it! Get yours today.
I'm going to get you know, I'm going to get Anna and Amber to come do the raffles because I need a picture of you for in qualification for area. And I didn't want to make you stand there and do a picture by yourself because if you're like me, I don't like to stand there and get a picture. I'm going to get a picture of the two of you. So grab Amber, I know that if you'll grab the bag and then count 1, 2, however many there are, it looks like 4. And we'll multitask. Okay, turn around and smile. Anna and Amber, who are sisters, building this business together.
Your necklace is cupping your
All right, 1, 2, 3. I'm a little closer.
Look out for my girl.
1, 2, 3. All right, now y'all can do the raffle. Tickets out.
You guys ready?
I don't know.
That sounds like a.
Anna. This is an extra one. How are you actually? Very often.
Competing on your ticket. Hi, Heidi. Hi. Very suspense. All right, sisters. Tension is mounting.
Just start modeling the bag.
Everyone down the
Door number 1. Glitter.
Anna, you wanted to stand up here a little longer, didn't you?
Feels good.
Yeah, just practicing for future recognition.
Yes. Okay.
If you're not talking, you gotta run in this.
930463.
Must be present with.
What is it?
463.
463?
After all.
Come on now.
The bathroom.
Must be present.
All right, draw again.
Must be present. Okay. 446.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. 452. Oh. That's good. Yeah. 448.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. 442. Mix it up a little. Shake it up. Shake it up. 442. That's you?
What's that?
467. Hey. 465. 469. Yeah.
Thanks. That's all right.
Over here.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Very, very much. And how we do? We are so on time tonight. I'm going to wrap up. I do want to make 2 announcements. One, I think everyone has seen all these posts about Impact Tour, but just never can mention that quite enough. Saturday, September 24th is the closest one to us, which is in DC. So I just encourage everyone who is here, if you're a guest and still thinking about this, it's a 1-day Arbonne training. Would still be awesome for you to go to. But certainly for all consultants, this is where, you know, we have a conference in Las Vegas once a year. It's in April, where everyone, it's a global conference, so everyone from all the countries go there. And but this is where Arbonne comes to us, and they come just and do a 1-day training, and you will love hearing several national vice presidents train in the day. Easy day trip up and back to DC. And $40 as long as you register by, it's like all the way through August at least, then it's out. And then if you had not seen my Facebook post last night, or look on the source for that extra incentive Arbonne's giving this month, it's kind of like a perfect brick, but they don't even require the sponsoring in it. It's just the $2,500 personal sales and everybody is going crazy over that water bottle that they're giving away. So I love that. And as I wrote on that post, I know, so in case everyone didn't see it, has not seen it, that was advice that I was given early on, was go after every challenge, everything. So, you know, I work on the water bottle like I work to earn the trip to Atlantis. Which it's just like, it's a fun thing. It's like, I love little rewards for just doing a job that I would do anyway. So anyway, I will just wrap up a little bit tonight. I have one part that I planned, one part that I didn't, so I'll do the unplanned first. And when I saw Connolly put that list up of the common fears and hesitations, don't have time, don't have money, don't know enough people, what will people think? I thought, you know, I had another one that I added to that list when I was thinking about this 10 years ago this summer, because I started my business 10 years ago in July, 1 month before I turned the big 50, and I thought I was really old to be making a change. I tell you what, I probably feel 10 years younger as I approach a few more days till the big 6 number because of what this business and the people that have come into my life. But the hesitation was, what kinds of people are going to be in this thing? I thought they would be, I was starting to be very intrigued about the company, about the ingredient policy, about just the opportunity. We were looking for a vehicle to create some different changes, some different choices financially. And yet I was not about to go trade the rest of my time for a set dollar amount and build someone else's wealth and get on someone else's schedule. And I was very, you know, the more I researched this, the more I liked it, except that I thought, going to be all these weird salespeople. How am I going to deal with being around? If they would talk about that you could earn a free trip with Arbonne, and I remember going, that is about the last thing I want to do is go on some trip with all these weird salespeople. And I thought, but the idea of having a really great income so I could choose where I could take my family on my own trip sounded good. But they were all like, oh, you got to earn the trips. And then I earned my first trip. And that was to Atlantis in the summer of 2007, and took my husband, and wow, the people that I met on that trip were like all of you in here, people who I would have wanted for my next door neighbors, people who I want to go have lunch with, people who I want to get to know better. And from earning all these trips and going on different conferences, smaller conferences, where you get to know more people, I have met people all over the country who I want in my life. And I would not have this room full of all of you in my life had I not said yes to this business. So where I thought, all right, I'll be the square peg in the round hole. I will do this. I'll be the only one just doing it nice and low key and not weird and, you know, in the world of all the weirdness. And then I found there's no weirdness. You know, we just have this conceived idea, we make up stuff of what we think something's going to be like. And I love that in Arbonne, I was never taught, none of us are taught professional sales talk, professional sales techniques, because who wants to hear that? Do you all like to be talked to in those things? Can't we see those lines coming at us, and if we shut down? And so I would have been very uncomfortable. I probably wouldn't have lasted, you know, past 1 or 2 meetings if there had been professional sales training, because I wanted no part of learning to be something I was not and sounding like a salesperson. But we all find that we are just ourselves, and we share very naturally what we believe in, which is the products and this business opportunity. So now that was, here's my planned part, and the planned part was really short, so we're almost done. But I read a book. We're encouraged to read a lot in Arbonne. Read books that help us understand network marketing. So for most of us, we had zero knowledge about it when we come in, but also books that are inspirational, books that are personal growth. One of my favorites is a really easy read called The Go-Giver. And there's the Dream Giver too, and that's another favorite. But this one I'm going to say is coming from The Go-Giver. And there's a little conversation in there where they talk about there's 3 reasons for earning an income. One is the district managers who are at my house have already heard this, because I think I shared this at our retreat a couple of weeks ago. But the first reason to earn an income is to survive, the second to save, and the third to serve. So the survive is meeting the basic needs. You know, most people are earning an income to meet those basic needs, pay the bills. A small percentage are able to go beyond that and save and expand their lives. And a tiny percentage really live their whole lives in serve, getting to make a significant contribution to the world with their time, with their resources, with getting to follow their passion of what they want to do. And for most of us, it really involves giving. And what do most people, what most people do spend their lives kind of stuck in that survive, the paycheck to paycheck, just figuring out, okay, as Connolly was saying, this is the plan. I'm doing the plan. And, we feel awkward saying that we want to do something that's not in the plan. And I am so grateful of the many things that I'm grateful for these last 10 years, is that Arbonne has taken us, this opportunity has taken us out of survive, on into save, and on into serve. And I get to know a whole team of people who have that heart to serve too. And I know everyone is finding their own ways to serve and make a contribution, but we're also really talking about what could we do all together. And I know there's going to be something that, our team figures out that we can all get behind together because our hearts are there. So I appreciate that more than anything, that I get to live the rest of my life in that serve. So thank you for coming tonight, and thank you Connolly, Lauren, Jesse, Rachel, everyone who is That's it. We'll see you back here. We're going to do the first Tuesday in September, even though it is the day for Labor Day, and even though, yes, it's the first day of school, because we tried once moving it to the second week. It was parents back to school night. It was this, that, and the other, and it's just like there's no end to picking a good date.